when you begin putting together the Titan Elite, notice your swing away manual. It's also good to have a rubber mallet and an Allen wrench. Inside your manual package, you will find one of the Allen wrenches that will work. Right there. In addition to these items, you will also have 4 packages and a rolled up mat. You will have your frame pieces, a lower hoop, an upper hoop, and 2 side frame pieces, each with a black coupler attached at the factory. You will have a rear hoop and 2 extensions that come out from the frame. On one end they have a fitting with rubber feet, the other end black couplers already pre-attached. And finally you will have a lower boom with a pulley attached on the end. There is a back telescoping piece with a fitting, an insertion that will go into that piece later, and finally the upper boom that goes out from the frame over top of home plate. Begin by laying out the frame. The bottom hoop has a T-joint. Lay that on the ground flat with the T-joint sticking upward. Then simply lay out the side pieces of the frame and the upper hoop. You will notice in the middle of the upper hoop 2 screws that have been inserted. Have those on the top facing upward. Simply begin lining up the lower hoop with the fitting. Insert the hoop into the fitting. This may take a little bit of jostling, and you may need to use your rubber mallet. Once it's inserted, go ahead and lightly tighten the Allen screw, but not tight, just lightly. Go ahead and complete all 4 joints. Once finished, make sure it's laying on a flat surface so that it's square and plumb, and go ahead and tighten down the 4 Allen joints. Next, lay out the rear base. There's a hoop here with a fitting with a knob. This is attached. There are the rear side base pipes. They have a coupler on the rear, and they have a D-ring and a fitting on the front. Attach this coupler on either side to this rear hoop. Once the rear base is secure, we're going to attach it to the bottom of the frame. We will undo the foot fittings with the D-rings on them and open them up and place them on the frame. Use a Phillips head screwdriver. Take the screw out, set it where you can easily find it, open the fitting. With both fittings open, we simply now place the frame inside the open fitting, and you will notice that there's a screw inserted on the underside down here, and this goes to the just to the outside of the fitting on each side. Close the fitting with the D-ring inserted. Replace the screw, hold it together a little bit, and simply screw it in. The next thing we want to get is the boom support fitting. It looks like this. It says swing away on one side. This goes to the front of the unit. We're going to unscrew these 2 screws. It will open up, and we'll place it on the top. Boom support fitting goes together down below there. Simply squeeze it together. Take your Phillips screwdriver, place the screw in there. While you hold the back, screw it in. Do the same thing with the second screw, and that piece is in. The next thing we do is locate the rear telescope. It's 2 pieces coming out of the box, an internal piece that simply slides into the goosenecked external piece. The internal piece is 42 inches in length. Next, take the gooseneck, insert it into the rear of the boom telescope fitting, tighten down the knob. Now simply take the telescope piece, loosen the middle knob that you've tightened, let it release downward, insert it into the base telescope fitting, tighten the middle knob, tighten the lower knob. Next comes the upper and lower boom. We'll start with the upper boom. It simply sets into the boom support fitting. There's a boom end pulley that rests on the end. At the bottom, we insert the lower boom into the T-joint here with the foot downward. You'll have a knob with a stud, and it simply screws in here, holding the lower boom in place. When you've finished assembling your swing away completely, you'll actually push the lower boom into the ground. This is not a step for now, you'll do this later, but simply loosen this middle telescope fitting knob and push it forward. When you're ready to hit, this will actually push the unit into the ground, making sure that when you hit, all energy is transferred down into the ground, stabilizing the unit. The frame of the swing away is now completed. You will put the net on as instructed in your swing away manual, and then you will finalize everything by stringing all of the cords that's outlined in your manual and in the online video available here.